How are every one of you doing? Greetings and thank you for revisiting the Crypto Blitz. Here's where you can satisfy your craving for cryptography. I am your employer, Triple Van Winkle is my name. To everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Because it is Friday, I don't understand why you wouldn't be there. It is payday on Friday. Now that the weekend has here, this is it. I was up for a very late hour. It is currently 7:35 and I am just starting the first movie of the day just now. As of right now, I am still waiting for my coffee to go cold. I woke at 6 o'clock and the first movie was scheduled to begin at 6:15. Because of the alarm, I was able to wake up. The blanket was placed over my head by me. Finally, it was nighttime and I couldn't help but feel fortunate. I heard my girlfriend opening an envelope to get ready for work. Even before I woke up, she was getting ready for work. My initial reaction was, oh crap. This can't be good if she's awake, can it? I am sorry that I am running late. We are present here. It's Friday, by the way. It is payday on Friday. This move cannot be halted anyway. Nothing is going to be able to prevent this individual from smiling throughout this episode. Let's have a conversation on the Ripple versus SE case, shall we? Finally, it is over. There will be no appeal. That much is quite evident. There is no longer any need to worry about this. Progressing forward, irrespective of everything else that is progressing, considering that the sentence is now finished, you are free to insert any term you like inside it. What was it that I predicted would take place? Do I? I warned you that the SEC would act as if they had come out on top in this match. You should have known that was going to take place. As well as that, the SEC is present. At long last, Gary Gensler was able to pull his head out of his $8. Inside, he is shaking his thing and floating his head. He is outside. According to him, yes, we do. In what ways was crypto beneficial? 124 million was the total. We were successful. We committed to carrying it out. It is not possible to interfere with the SEC. When Gary says it, he means it. There is no point in doing this. With regard to it, we are going to have a conversation. We will be having a conversation with Stuart Alderati. The Bitcoin chart, as well as the Bitcoin bounce, are going to be brought to our attention. There will also be a discussion regarding the future of these marketplaces. That is positive. My belief is that. Let's get this sorted out. It's Bitcoin. Following a 5% increase over the course of the previous 24 hours, the value of Ethereum has increased to $2,625 from $6,493. The increase is 7.14%. XRP is the subject of the fact that both USDT and USDC are coming in at their respective dollar pecs. The price has decreased slightly by slightly more than 5%. It is now 58 cents. Although I am not sure whether anyone noticed it yesterday, XRP was making another attempt to break through the 66-cent zone. Afternoon was when things started to get exciting. This proposal was rejected. 64, and could you guess what took place after that? Upon waking up, we found a 58 in XRP. Despite this, it's not a problem. It is not a surprise. It is not yet our turn to speak. Not at this time. If this item pulls back even farther, there is no reason to be concerned about it. Neither fear nor worry should be a part of your response to it. What is the point at which you should begin to feel concerned? Even though it is already the middle of December, we are still below 75 cents. You will feel frightened at that point. As a result, you begin to doubt whether or not this thing will perform as it is intended to perform. Prior to that time, I believe that we will arrive at a price that is 75 cents higher than that. Indeed, that is the most significant number for XRP at the moment, as I have stated numerous times over the course of the previous few months. A total of $2.1 trillion is the value of all cryptocurrencies on the market altogether. Indeed, what exactly was the sudden crash? All of you, it is over. There is no longer any evidence of the crash, slump, recession, or bear market. That Nancy is out there trying to get you out of that situation, but what do you know? All of the commotion and horrible things that are going on, not a good idea for us to do that. Not very astute of us to do that. What are you aware of? Is it true that Bitcoin has returned to its previous level? It's completely insane. Are you aware of how rapidly things may shift? It only takes a few green lights and 12 hours to complete the process. The bulls are now again looking at goals of 100,000 years as Bitcoin continues to surpass 62,000. It asserts that the bull market will continue to flourish regardless of what occurs over the course of the next 60 days. It was said by one individual that the regular 4-year pattern was formed by significant gains in the months of October and November. The price of Bitcoin increased by more than 62,000 before falling once more after a widespread market bounce that reversed significant losses that occurred earlier in the week. Positive sentiments in the stock market and the idea that Bitcoin will follow the pattern of its prior market cycles were both factors that contributed to the climb from its previous levels. Currently, short bets are being closed off, which is contributing to the spike in the market. Many people are surprised by how rapidly the situation has changed when Bitcoin momentarily returned to a price that was higher than 62. Everybody had a positive outlook. At the end of the year, it will be worth $100,000. There was a slight drop that they did. They lost their minds. What they were feeling ultimately prevailed over them. They are informing you that the market has ceased to move in an upward direction. Look at us right now. It's a lot like going on a roller coaster. Is it time for us to climb back up? Owing to the fact that Bitcoin has once more surpassed 60,000. In a manner similar to what took place the previous week, everything was completely eradicated. Some people are now saying things like, oh yeah, Bitcoin is going back over $100,000. It is impossible for me to carry on with my life in the presence of these individuals. Avoid thinking about those emotions, those highs and lows, and just go on. I am going to become ill as a result of that. Do a look at it. It's not complex at all. Bitcoin's value will have surpassed $100,000 by the time the year comes to a close. Wow, I'm exhausted and it's still early. It does not have any hands, butts, or smells of any kind. We are interested in finding out when that relocation will take place. I believe that the promotion will take place in the month of August, give or take 2 weeks. Is it true that it will arrive this year? Even in the event that we do not witness the push at the beginning of the move to $100,000 in August or September, it will still take place for some inexplicable reason. Or, to put it another way, that is the time period that I am working with and we have received pricing reductions. It is common knowledge that as interest rates are cut, lower interest rates will follow suit. When there is a decrease in interest rates, shouldn't you be seeing an increase in sales? There is an increase in sales. It's that simple. There is no way to prevent it. Whenever there is a decrease in interest rates, you will see that people buy more. There is likely to be a reduction in interest rates by the Federal Reserve, and that information is going to be delivered very shortly. You are aware of the time of the next meeting, right? Is it August? The month of November, in your opinion? Most likely the next gathering will take place in the month of November. This is September, not August. September, if I'm not mistaken here. In September, we anticipate that interest rates will decrease for the very first time. It is a sign that the markets will begin to climb again when interest rates begin to decrease over time, proceed upward in a spiral fashion. When it comes to Bitcoin, JP Morgan is still wary since it is a good catalyst that has already been priced in. What is this, everyone? Do you have any idea what it is? You disregard what it contains and act in the opposite manner. JP Morgan is not exercising precautions. The purchase made by JP Morgan, this decline was most likely caused by JP Morgan, which was one of the banks that contributed to it. Given that they are aware that there won't be much time left, they are making every effort to acquire as much cash as they possibly can while the prices are still low. The only thing left to do is bring these prices down, and I am confident that this will be the final one unless something unexpected occurs. They are going to make one more attempt to send these things, nuke them, so that their sons who were not able to witness it will feel as though they have missed out. At these low costs, their buddies are able to purchase, but I am not one of them because, after all, it is August. If it is going to be the case that rates will decrease in September, then it is time to leave, right? It is time to leave us. It's that simple. Simply put, it is that simple. JP Morgan is taking advantage of you all the time. The goal is for you to feel terrified. Listening to JP Morgan is something that people like you will do, since that is what people do.it is for this reason, that they try to make you anxious. It is because of this that they pay attention to the organizations. Is it true that these organizations are merely attempting to assist me? All they want is for me to be successful, take off without delay. This is not the truth that they are telling you. They are informing you of falsehoods. True cryptocurrency, he asserts that he believes Bitcoin has now reached an all-time low. On the other hand, Ethereum is not. Yes, I concur with him. It seems that I share his viewpoint as well. I have nothing else to say about Bitcoin at this point. I am of the opinion that the lowest point has been discovered. And that's it. We continue to reach new heights. We are going to proceed with our forward momentum. It is predicted by analysts that once this level of resistance is broken,